everybody, it's Earth Day, and it's the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. That means when I was 6 years old, this thing started. That was a long time ago. But anyway, Earth Day is just about taking care of our Earth. Just like we take care of each other, we want to take care of where we live. So we live on the Earth, on the planet Earth, and there have been some things going wrong with our planet Earth. It's getting sick. All the pollution and the trash in the water and so forth. So we're going to talk about ways that we can help take care of our Earth. So these are the things I want you to think about. Now, I know you've heard of reduce, recycle, reuse, but I'm adding two more, repair and rot. Okay, so let's start with reduce. Now, there's lots of ways to reduce, but the first one I'm going to tell you about is instead of getting all these bags at the grocery store, try taking your own bag when you go shopping, and you can put it in here. And lots of times they're free because companies want to advertise. And so you can find some free bags and just save them and use them, your tote bags for your groceries or any kind of shopping. The place that you're shopping at appreciates it just as much as you will when you don't have those thousands of bags around your house. Okay, I'm sure you can think of other ideas, but I've got a lot to get through, so I'm going to pass on to recycle. Now, I talked about that the day that we did our lunch recycling. But I've set up my little recycle station a lot like it is in my house. So in my house, I have places that I put the things that we can recycle. So I can recycle cardboard, and they really like it. If you get a box, it's a really good idea to break it down, because then you can stick it in the slot real easy. And so that's what they like it if you do with your boxes, okay? And then in the paper, they'll definitely take newspaper, but all those letters that you get tired of getting, let's see, I don't think I have any, but you know in school we have all of our paper that we don't use can go into the newspaper or the paper recycle. Then you have, right down by the fire station, you have some receptacles that take the cardboard and the paper and aluminum. So the aluminum, yes, it can be this kind, and yes, it can be a soda can, and yes, it can even be a tin can. It's really wonderful if you would rinse those things out though, so that they don't start getting stinky, because there are people that recycle this. There are people that take it to other places. So it's just really nice and kind of you to rinse out your food, your containers that hold food. Now, I forgot to bring all my glass, but you guys know what glass is. You know, any jar that you don't use anymore, just put it in the glass recycle. Now, my kids love the glass recycle, because when I take them down with me, they throw it in there and they get to hear it break and nobody gets hurt. They still get to break it. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so the last one, I hope you can still see me. This is plastic recycle. Now, this is probably a tough one because you have to go and turn it in. You can't just drop it off and leave it. So there's a place downtown in Los Animas, and there's a place across from the Hog's Breath in La Junta, and there's a place called the Sugar Factory. It's the old sugar beet factory in Swink. And those are three places that you can recycle plastic. And they can give you a bag like this. Now the bag costs $3. And if you fill it up, then they can take that and recycle it. And they have, it used to be that we had to send it clear to China to recycle, but not anymore. They've got places that'll take it. But when you are doing your plastic recycle, you need to look, usually on the bottom, there's a triangle. You know that recycle symbol? This one where it makes the little arrows like that. If it has a 1 or a 2 or a 5, 1, 2, or 5, those are the numbers that you can recycle. Okay, so remember, look for that, and if not, you just have to throw it away. All right, so now in Walmart, there's a big bin for right at the front door where you walk in that you can recycle all your plastic bags. And then that takes us to reuse. Okay, this is the best part. If you can please try to reuse almost everything twice or more, that would be so helpful to our earth. So you think about a piece of paper, okay? Well, I got a letter from somebody, probably a bill, and I turn it over and I can use that for my math facts and I can practice. I used that paper twice. I read it and then I used it to write my math problems on, okay? So use it twice, okay? Then your lunch things, those styrofoam things that you get, rinse it out and put your popcorn serving in that or your snack from home in that, okay? So then you've got 2 uses, and then you could even use it a 3rd time for your paint. If you can ever use something 2 times, then you've given it more life than it would have had. So think of that. Don't make it trash right away, but try to at least use it twice, okay? Then the other thing is when you reuse, you can, well, bags are easy. You can use them over and over. But these people have created things from items that would have been thrown away. So I do not know how this was made, but my friend's dad made it, and this looks like a bolt, and this looks like a paint lid that he cut in half, and I don't know how he did it, but he was pretty imaginative to create this out of things that he didn't want anymore. Now this, my friend, you probably might even remember our friend that did the cards with us, and she made this can. She just covered this old paint can, washed it out, and covered it, and she made me a little present in there. I love it. Okay, I used this to make you can put a candle in here and light it up. At night it lights up, it's a jack-o'-lantern. Or my kids used it to collect candy with. And this is just an old coffee can. And then, oh, this is one of my favorites. I hope you can see. Am I too close? So right here, this watch, the watch band is made out of silverware. And so I love that. And then this guy is my friend. He made my earrings out of that. And I bet you've seen me. I have that bell, that long necklace that has a bell on it. And that was made out of silverware. So these people are really thinking about reusing things that maybe would or would not go in the trash. Some of them could be recycled, but some of them you could just make something new out of. All right, back to this. Now we're up to repair. I want you to really think about when things are broken, instead of throwing it out, try to repair it. Try to repair it. You know, we do that with cars because they're really expensive. You don't just go and buy a new car every time something goes wrong. But if we'd even do that with things that are less expensive, like maybe my chair broke. Well, maybe the leg broke off, but maybe I could take all the legs off and get 4 legs from another chair and use that and redo that. And so that's something my daughter likes to do. She likes to build things with the wood that's in the backyard. So you can make things out of wood. I just challenge you. That's going to be our Earth Day challenge. And I want you to have family projects and do them together or by yourself, either one. Okay? One last thing. All right, so now we've got reduce, recycle, reuse, repair, and rot. Rot? That sounds pretty gross. But here we go. This is about compost. Compost is all the things that are plant life that you would eat or didn't want to eat. Okay, so after your supper, okay, so this is one of those things I was going to recycle, remember? But instead, I'm going to use it for my compost bucket. And it's great if you have a lid because then you don't have to smell it. But anyway, oh my goodness, I didn't finish my salad. My kids didn't finish their salad, so we had this much salad left over. In the compost bucket it goes. And then, uh-oh, I left the muffins in too long. They're burnt. Into the compost bucket it goes. Anything like that, anything that was made from plants to start with can go into your compost. Now, lots of people go ahead and put meat things in their compost too. If you do that, you'll probably have animals coming around to try and get them out, so it's up to you. But when you make a spot in your yard, you'll need like a hole, and then you can put grass clippings in there, you can put your weeds in there. You'll need to turn it over every so often, and you'll see that worms and bugs start eaten it down so that it's really good for your yard and your place, your flower beds and things like that. So remember, reduce, recycle, reuse, repair, and rot. Now, your Earth Day challenge is to create something from something you would have thrown away. Do your best, and I want to see those things. Bye.